How you going? So version 5 is now out. It is a new software release. Not a huge amount has changed functionality wise. Still very similar layout across the screens. The main differences are going to be the menu system. We've now got a nice little drop down menu system. The performance of the interface as well. We've made a few little changes in the back end. So when you're switching between screens, it's going to be really nice and snappy, especially going to and from the graph screen. You're going to see a good amount of performance improvement there. And also just the overall layout of the fonts that we've used, a little bit clearer, a little bit cleaner. So come on in and we'll take a look at the version 5 software.
Alrighty, so here we are having a look at the Nate Chrony version 5. Specifically, this is version 5.3 of the software. So very different look and feel. First of all, we've got a menu system. As I mentioned before, we will be doing some different products down the line, which will lead to a lot of different screens. We can't have links at the top, so we've got a nice little drop-down menu system to be able to go through and change between those screens. So a little drop-down menu system just keeps everything a lot more compact, especially if you're using something like a mobile phone. The images as well, so we've got a different look and feel. We've got our beautiful Nate Chrony branded logo at the top, just a little bit nicer, a little bit prettier as well. The other change with the images, when you do the little 3 dots save to your home screen, so when you want to make that look and feel like an application on your mobile device, it'll now have a little icon. So it won't just be a little gray background smudge. It'll actually have the little Nate Chrony logo there, so much easier to identify on your mobile device when you do that add to home screen function. Probably the biggest difference you'll notice is going between the different screens. So things especially like the graph screen, being able to switch back and forth, it'll be really, really fast now. Unlike previous times that were a little bit slower to load, you'll see some significant performance increase around how snappy it is to change between the screens there. Otherwise, everything, the fonts are a little bit different as well, a little bit cleaner on the fonts that we've used to make it nicer to read. Of course, you can still zoom in and out like you can on any web page on a device as well. All the buttons, the layout, the features are pretty much the same. We've got decimal points now. Put a video up about that a little bit later in terms of accuracy, decimal points, why we tended to not do it previously, but we've gone back to it as well. You'll notice that we've got 2 decimal places for all results. If there's a 00 reading, you won't get a decimal up the top. That's just to make sure that's the biggest value, so really, really easy to read up there as well. Probably another nifty thing that is different is that you can now get to the Nate Chrony page via a friendly name. So previously you had to type in the 192168, which wasn't too bad because you created that shortcut on your desktop, which was easy enough. When you joined another Wi-Fi network and you had to access it over that, you had to sort of fiddle, go back, find the IP address down the bottom, go back to that other network and find it. So we've now added support for what is called MDNS. So you should be able to go to http://natechrony or http://natechrony.local on the Wi-Fi network, but also an existing network. So if you join to an existing network that supports MDNS, Windows 10, the later versions of Android, Apple as well, you'll be able to find and access that Nate Chrony through that much easier to use address as well, just making it a little bit friendlier to use. So that is the Nate Chrony version 5 software. As always, any feedback, any questions, if you'd like to see something different, please reach out to us at chrony@natechrony.com. Enjoy your testing.